No one should be surprised by this video. Seattle, run by Democrats, definitely one of the most quote unquote progressive cities in America. Remember, Seattle was actually ground zero for the Chaz Chop Zone. Yeah, that's where it was. People actually died in the Chaz Chop Zone in 2020 when far leftists took over a police precinct and pretty much locked people inside of this area. The police couldn't do anything. Why? Because Democrats don't actually want to go after criminals. They didn't want to do it. And Seattle is a dumpster fire, man. Antifa running rampant up there as well. It's a disaster. Why would anybody actually want to vote for Democrats? But when it comes to Seattle, man, I'm actually really debating on which city is actually worse. San Francisco, Chicago, Seattle. Man, it's close. It is really, really close. All three of those cities are dumpster fires, complete dumpster fires. But we're going to be focusing on Seattle here in this video. Before we get into that, guys, make sure you guys hit that join button. Become a channel member here on YouTube. We have member live streams every single Friday. Support us if you can. So with that being said, guys, let's jump over here into the post-millennial article. Seattle breaks all-time homicide record set in 1994. Seattle sets a new record for the number of homicides. This is astonishing, man. Astonishing. Bruce Harrell, man, what's going on in your city, man? You're supposed to be the mayor of Seattle. What is going on? But people in Seattle, man, they vote for their own demise. Let's read this. It says, a man who was beaten and stomped on earlier this year in downtown Seattle has died from his injuries to become Seattle's 70th homicide victim this year, breaking the previous all-time high homicide record set in 1994. So I'm not exactly sure when he was actually assaulted. Oh, it actually says it right here. According to the Seattle Police Department, the assault occurred at approximately 11:30 a.m. on June 26th in front of the Morrison Hotel, a homeless facility operated by the embattled Downtown Emergency Service Center on 3rd Avenue. Now he has died. Look at this right here. On its Seattle Homicide actually posts 2023 year-to-date total 71 homicides. That actually includes the death of baby Quan. I'm not exactly sure who that is. But look at this here. 2023 fatal police shootings, 0. 2022, there was 57 homicides. Fatal police shootings, 3. 10-year average, 31.5. But the record high is right here in 2023 of 71. Now, when we're talking about fatal police shootings, the Seattle police have shot and killed no one in Seattle. No one. This just tells me right here that the Seattle police aren't allowed to do anything. I wish I actually had the number of fatal police shootings in from 2020 and before that. This is telling me, man, that the police pretty much can't even use their sidearms anymore. When I see 0 police shootings, fatal police shootings, that's kind of a red flag. I'm not saying that I want people to die, but we know that there are going to be situations where police actually have to shoot at criminals. And usually people die. But nobody died from police in 2023. Throwing it out there. KOMO News reports that homicide detectives were notified this week that the victim had died. On the day of the attack, Seattle police arrested 60-year-old Keenan Bird a prolific offender. According to court documents, surveillance video shows Byrd punching the victim twice and then pushing him into the door of the DESC facility. And look here. This is a graph right here of the number of homicides. So actually, we do have more here. So, man, going back to 2019, it looks like it was roughly about 50. Then there was a bit of a dip in 2020 to around 38 or so. But it's been rising, man, since I guess you could say the Chaz Chop Zone in Seattle, because now it's at a record high. A record high. I mean, it was actually relatively kind of low through the mid 2000s up until about 2017. Then it started skyrocketing over 30. And they really haven't looked back. This is your Democrat policies here. This is your Democrat policies. The video also allegedly shows Byrd walking away from the victim before returning and stomping on him. Doctors at Harborview Medical Center had to remove part of the victim's skull due to brain swelling and bleeding and placed him on a ventilator in the ICU, according to court documents. Byrd was booked into the King County Jail and charged with assault, with prosecutors asking the judge to set bail for him at $500,000. The Seattle police recorded the deadly assault as the 69th homicide of 2023, tying the annual homicide record set in 1994. The Emerald City flew past 2022's homicide record of 57 earlier this year, which was the highest seen in a quarter century. However, the official police tally does not record the murder of the unborn child of Ina Kwan as an official homicide. Okay. Kwan was 8 months pregnant when she was shot and killed while in a car with her husband stopped at a intersection in downtown Seattle in June. Her husband was also shot in the attack and survived. However, according to Seattle Homicide, another homicide notched the tally up to 71, including the unborn child, removing all doubt about the homicide record. Yeah. Man, this is crazy, man. This is insanely crazy. Oh, I forgot about this. This may actually explain why there's really been no homicides at the hands of police. 2020, I forgot about this here. I don't know how I forgot about this. The spike in homicides followed a massive exodus of 600 police officers from the department since the city council began defunding the police department in 2020. Yeah, they defunded their police. Now they have a record number of homicides. Yeah. As a result, Seattle has been operating below the recommended safe police coverage for a city of its size, and crime has skyrocketed. Yeah. So there you have it, man. That explains it right there. You defund your police and crime rises. Now you actually have a record number of homicides in your city. Yeah, Seattle's a dumpster fire, man. A complete dumpster fire. If you can leave Seattle, get out of there. Get out the state, man. Go somewhere else where you can actually be safer. Because in Seattle, man, you will not be safe under Democrat control. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.